Can you hear me?
Yep.
I think I need another earphone because I'm hearing this tapping noise in my ear. Are you hearing that?
No.
Okay. We're not recording on. Oh,
We definitely are.
hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, boo.
How are you?
I got a headache, but here we are.
I know, right?
How are you?
I am tipsy, but
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
in the state.
On a weekday.
I mean, we always record on a weekday. That ain't stopped your ass from pouring out your little judging. What happened to your crystals and positivity? Like, we just starting, Shay.
I mean, I be drinking wine, so
So you ain't got no wine?
I do.
Oh, okay.
But I'm sober.
That's because we just started.
That was
You're
your
gonna be
weekend.
pouring up.
I am.
Let's see. This weekend, what did I do? What did I do? Oh. So Saturday, my daughter's cheer team had like a fundraiser, like a little donation fundraiser where basically, you know how you clean out your closet and you donate stuff to Goodwill?
Mm-hmm.
They have like a fundraiser joint where you collect it and they give you money back for like every pound of items that you donate. So we did that, and since I'm the fundraiser chair, I had to be there the whole time and not just drop off my stuff. And it was really warm on Saturday, and I was like loading bags onto a truck, but it was really cool because I looked at it as burning calories, silver lining. So, and Sunday, I just chilled, drank, and watched Game of Thrones, which we'll get into later, I'm sure. I know. How was your weekend, Love Bug?
Let's see. Started off on Saturday. Because Friday I just chill. On Saturday, woke up and my dog Chloe, she threw up 4 times. I figured it was because I had put cheese in her food the day before, trying to be nice or whatever. So Mara and I, we were going to go to the little festival, carnival, whatever. And before we left, Chloe, the dog, she shit on my rug. So I beat her ass because I'm like, what are we doing? Like, we just went outside like 2 hours ago. Like, what are we doing? Right. Yeah. So we went to the carnival, whatever, came back home, wake up the next day. And it became apparent that Chloe had a stomach virus because she had diarrhea and all over the rug. The rug that we ended up just throwing away. Because I was like, I'm not Jesus and I can't save this.
Yikes, poor baby.
Yeah, it was like The Exorcist, but out of her ass.
I know Carly was like, bitch, when they wake up, you gonna get it.
Yes, because Carly is my timid dog. She's the bigger one, but she is scared of life. So she didn't want no problems. But I mean, I wasn't going to spank Chloe because I didn't, like on Saturday, I didn't know what was going on. I thought she was just being disrespectful. But after that, I was just like, okay. So then it became like anytime Chloe like moved a certain way, we had to rush out to let her go use the bathroom. So it just Sunday was just a hot mess with cleaning them up. And then, of course, my child, just bless her heart, she wanted to go to the beach and we were going to go. But I was like, Chloe just keeps pooping. And I had to, actually, when I woke up Sunday, she had pooped on herself in her cage. So I had to wash her. So I ended up having to wash her like 3 times over the weekend because she kept shitting on herself. Like, so I was just like, I don't want to go to the beach because the beach is...
We don't know when we coming back
to. I was like, the beach is my relaxing, calm space. And then we're just going to come home and it's going to be like Shitty McGee. I don't want to do that. So she didn't understand. And so I was actually like, fuck it. Because I don't want to be the bad mom. Let's just go, right? So in the middle of the car ride, she was like, you're going to give away the dogs, aren't you? And I was like, girl, I'll be thinking about it. This girl starts crying in the car, and I lost it because I was like,
Oh,
you don't fucking feed the dogs, you don't fucking walk the dogs. Half the time, you don't even want the dogs around you. I'm the only one that does anything with these fucking dogs. So you're crying over a hypothetical situation. Like, I'm going home because like now the going and coming back from the beach is about to
it's
stress
about
me
to be
out. So
stressful,
no, we're not
right?
gonna ruin my spot. We're just gonna go home. And
Oh my
then
goodness.
I called my dad because I was like, yeah, I think I'm losing it.
it
Because everything in my life is just turning into like a big thing. Like that wasn't a big thing, but for whatever reason on Sunday it felt like a big thing.
was a big thing,
Yeah. So then fast forward to earlier this week, I guess dogs can give humans stomach viruses
which is
because
crazy to me.
I ended up with a stomach virus and
Mm,
threw up in my purse on the way home from my job. And it was
mm.
just all bad, but I'm like 80% okay now.
When you told me that, I was like, I didn't know that dogs can make humans sick. Like, I really didn't know that.
I didn't either, but I mean, there's no other explanation. I don't think.
Right, it has to, because that's too much of a coincidence. Like, you're not going to just get a virus like right after Chloe.
And I didn't eat cheese, so I can't even blame it on cheese because I didn't have
or
any.
or dog food, so
Yeah.
you're good. What the craziness? Well, I'm glad you're feeling better because I was worried for you, babe.
The best thing I could have did was what I did, was just bring my ass home after I got myself together and was able to actually do anything for longer than like 5 minutes. I just went to sleep and I slept
Yeah.
until Mara got home. And luckily, I had already had her dinner in the crock pot. So I just kind of had to prepare it for her. And then
Hmm.
I was like, all right, well, gonna go lay back down. I made her walk to Rite Aid because it's a Rite Aid right next to the side where we live. And she got
Hmm.
me some ginger ale and vitamin water
Oh, look at her trying to be sweet.
with my money. But yeah. And
And was she supposed to use her own money?
I mean,
But it's for you. All right,
oh,
hey listeners, hey listeners.
oh, all of the money that I spent on that child. She could have spent $3 on me. Yikes. I'm
She like, so I'm supposed to buy you some ginger ale,
Your mom
Gatorade?
is dying.
You was not that. Here you go, being a Leo,
Dramatic as fuck.
being extra. Oh, you make me sick. Hey, listeners.
Hey y'all. What we
Thanks
on?
for joining us. 37 again, Insider.
No, ain't no insider. Last week, y'all, we recorded, and
A whole ass episode for
I
y'all.
think it was a pretty good episode. I was gonna piss y'all off, me being Shay, but God,
God said, shut it down.
because I was talking shit about y'all religion.
Mm. So look, the audio was all mumbo jumbo. So God
Jesus
intervened and was
said, "Fuck
like,
you."
"You got me. What's your joint? You shitting me."
He was like, "You can go to hell on your own. You ain't taking my followers with you, bitch."
Right? You're not bringing dice with you. You're going alone.
So yes, we're on
So
episode 37 again.
again, so this week we not gonna redo.
Nah.
We got the hints. So we are going on to another controversial topic that has been in the daggone media: abortion. So yeah.
Y'all little
So
Passover state's been tripping here lately, child.
woo, Georgia, Ohio, Mississippi, Kentucky, Alabama.
Alabama.
Y'all are on that fuck shit where y'all are basically like enacting or instating, not enacting, instating these laws that are like strictly restricting access to abortions. Like, not just like, okay, we're gonna like maybe pass this certain, I don't know what's it called, gestational age, whatever you want to call it, this stage in your pregnancy, then you can't have abortion. They're like, nah, it's a wrap. You can't have none, period. And even if you get raped, even whatever, like, no, you can't do it. And I'm not 100% versed, so don't kill us or kill me. Don't kill Dice if I don't have all the facts. But from what I'm understanding from the stuff that I did read and what I've heard when listening to interviews, is that if you live in a certain state, like, so say you live in Alabama and you're just like, well, fuck this shit. Like, I'm just going to go ahead and go to DC and get my shit.
Mm.
You can still get locked up or in trouble for that shit, because then I forgot what the terms are, but because you're like crossing federal lines and then you're going somewhere else to get it done, not only are you going to get in trouble, but I heard that physician that is in the other state can also get their shit fucked up. So, and of course, anybody in that state, so anybody in Alabama that secretly is doing this shit still, then they definitely gonna get their medical license or whatever you want to call it revoked. I'm just confused because I'm just trying to figure out a subject, and we're gonna get into all the fuck shit that I've been seeing online with you common folks in your posts.
You know, I got them things queued up, honey.
Look, I got some shit that make you go that I've been seeing, but I'm just confused on how we have, I don't know the number, but all of these white men, it might have been one or two others, but looking at the pictures, they all look to be of Caucasian descent, making decisions for women and their bodies. But you know what? We won't go there. But yeah, how you want to start with this? Because like we can just start jump into the fuck shit. Our opinion. I'm gonna wait and give my opinion at the end, even though it probably sounds obvious at this point. But
I mean, this is all we do is give our opinion on here. We don't have any educated information for you. You bitches got your Googles. You're gonna have to get it yourselves.
Right.
The fucking some of the acts, the laws, they restrict access to abortion as early as 6 weeks into a pregnancy. There is a post that's floating around about the dumb things that men say about like women and like their vaginas and stuff like that. And so like y'all realize that when a woman is 6 weeks pregnant, she's not really 6 weeks pregnant, because when they calculate pregnancy, they go by your last period. And obviously, if you were on your period 6 weeks ago, you weren't pregnant.
Yeah.
So
look at the calendar.
I mean, math. It matters.
Right.
And I can't even put that on men, because I want to say that the person that signed the bullshit in Georgia is a woman. So it's not just...
But then she signed it after all males voted it in, or was it the other way around?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But I mean, she's the one that got it popping. So
yeah. So, and I'm sure she could have had some pushback if she wanted to, but the post that I saw had literally like about 12 men, and it was like, these are the motherfucking congressmen and shit that like got this shit in. So I'm like, oh, interesting. Not a woman in sight.
There is discussion about fetal heartbeat, you know, being basically the theory behind the 6 week thing is that 6 weeks a heart can be heard or something like that. And I have an article from HuffPost, and Dr. Colleen McNicholas says, she's an OBGYN, by the way, who also performs abortions. She says to say that a 6 week pregnancy has a fetal anything is incorrect. The term fetal heartbeat isn't even applicable until about 10 weeks into a pregnancy. At that point, an embryo has developed sufficiently enough to be called a fetus. But at 6 weeks, the embryo's cardiac development doesn't at all resemble what would eventually become a functioning human adult heart. Which leads me to another point that someone made. I did not save that post, but I do remember it. When people, let's say, when they're in comas, right? Their hearts are functioning, but a lot of times they're brain dead.
Correct.
And people pull the plug all the time. They don't say, oh, this person's heart is still beating.
So look, I was going to say that to later, but I had a really good argument. No, I'm agreeing with you. But I have a similar argument with everybody who's and like I said, later on, I'll read some of the posts on social media and what their arguments were. But I love my mental health, and I refuse to go back and forth with you niggas. I just read your fucking posts and I screenshot where necessary, because I'm not going to go on social media and go back and forth with you. But what I was saying is something that I saw that goes in line with that, as far as someone being in a coma and they're brain dead, but their heart is still beating. So why are they able to pull the plug? And that's not considered quote unquote murder, because that's what they're basically labeling anybody that agrees with or has had abortion is a fucking murderer. So you don't label that murder. But something else that also came to mind that you motherfuckers ain't talking about is fucking physician assisted suicides. I watched a
Mm-hmm.
whole fucking documentary about people who are terminally ill and they don't know when the end of their life is, but they're uncomfortable, or maybe they're sure, or want to be more in control with their murder. And in the states of California, Colorado, DC, Hawaii, Oregon, Vermont, and Washington state, there are also like statutes called death with dignity, and you are allowed to go to authorized physicians and they will give you Medicaid or pills, and it assists in basically an assisted suicide. So but of course it can't be anybody Joe Schmo off the street. But like, say if you have some type of cancer or something like that, and they're like, you're not going to make it, blah blah, but you're not like in a hospital care, you're at home and you're chilling, but or like you're able to pretty much take your fucking life, but nobody's talking about that shit. So nobody's calling them or their family murderers. Nobody's talking about pulling the plug when someone, a tragedy or something happens when you're brain dead, but your heart is still beating. But oh, honey, abortions, like that's what we're focusing on. So I just wanted to throw that out there for all you motherfuckers that's focusing on calling these folks murderers. I mean, you need to broaden your spectrum, but I just want to throw that out there.
And let me just say, this is not even, this is not about if you believe in abortion or you believe that it's right or wrong. That, for
No,
me, that's not the issue. The issue is like, do y'all want the government to be able to control
that
what
sort of thing.
people can do with their own ass bodies, my G? Like, I'm
I feel like
sorry,
this is going to be
rights?
a gateway to a bunch of shit. Like, you get them to regulate this shit that heavy, then what the fuck is next? Like, are you banning strippers next? I'm going to have a problem with that. Not that Dyson's a stripper, but they're entertaining. And it's just, I don't know who it was that said that, I don't know if it was you or not, somebody else. Also, I don't know if it was a group chat or what, because I feel like this topic has been popping up for like the past week on a lot of places, where they were like, oh shit, my mind went back. Oh, that America was founded on separating, or not separating, but having God and state or something like that.
Child, they lied when they said that.
Bro, I'm just confused on when it's applicable. Like, we talk about the death penalty, where we taking niggas out every day on death row, but that kind of murder is okay because they're criminal. I just feel like the same people that are like, murder is murder, and you're just saying because it's abortion it's not murder. Like, it would be a bad thing if somebody was to shoot your cousin on the street or blah blah, or if it was like a grown man shooting a baby, then whoop de whoop de whoop. But there's so much murder that has a thumbs up from our government to just give your opinion that we need to just ban murder, quotations, murder across the board, where it feels hypocritical to me. That's just my opinion.
I mean, I have a lot of feelings. Like, for one, there's so many children that are in foster homes, you know what I mean, that
Mm-hmm.
everybody overlooks, especially the rich, wonderful folks. They love to go over to Africa to grab a kid. Like, we don't
Honey
have
love.
children here.
Right.
So the argument that I hear is like, you can always choose adoption. You just don't realize how many people want to have children that can, and you blah 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 blah. Okay, cool. So then why do we have such a huge problem here in America with all these children that are in foster care? And then the other thing that bothers me so much is like, I hear a lot of complaints from people about welfare and WIC and, government assistance. And it's just like, well, if y'all are taking away, people's rights to decide for themselves for whatever reason that they don't want to have a child,
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't that
help your
right. Like,
your budget,
I
motherfucker.
don't
Like,
understand. Like, I don't understand, because you're going to have that. First of all, there's so many freaking stories that are coming out lately with people that are killing their children, doing all types of weird shit. Like,
I think I mentioned before, people need psychological evals before they can get birth, but
yeah, like we talked
shit.
about it on the episode that got messed up about the man that set his daughter on fire in the car.
Yeah.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So like, I just, it's like, so you're gonna have a lot more unfit parents, number one, having children. And I'm pretty sure this is going to increase the amount of people that probably need government assistance. So then y'all still gonna be mad. Like,
Right.
what y'all gonna
Damn,
do?
damn if you do, damn if you don't. Like, what the fuck?
I saw this tweet. It says, in Alabama, Ohio, and Georgia, you can't harvest organs from someone who died without their consent, but you can force an 11-year-old rape victim to have her rapist child without her consent.
Mm.
In short, even a corpse in Alabama, Ohio, and Georgia has more rights over its body than do women and girls. That's
Wow.
crazy.
That's crazy as fuck.
I wish somebody would tell. First of all, I wish my daughter would get raped. First of all, because everybody's dying. But
Everybody's dying. I'm locked up, killing a
yeah,
warden. It's going down.
but then, like, no, she's not having that child on top of that. And I read, and I didn't save this thing that I saw floating around Facebook on purpose, but this this girl talked about how, like, her mom basically told her straight up, like, God makes no mistakes, and although it's unfortunate that your uncle or somebody raped you,
Mm.
you know, you wouldn't have gotten pregnant if it wasn't God's will. Like,
Ooh.
bitch, what?
Wow. I saw like a whole bunch of extremely, in my opinion, ignorant and insensitive posts on social media about this shit. Like people saying that pro-choice equals pro-killers. Or like if you believe in God, how could you support abortion? So it's
But that's
somebody.
not what it's about. It's not
It's
about whether
definitely not.
you believe in it or not. It's, I don't want the government making decisions on what I can do with my body.
It's
Like,
about
that's
choice.
fucked up.
If you believe in God, then you know that we had a whole ass podcast about this. But if you believe in God, you understand free will and you have the power to make a decision, right or wrong. We are not here to judge. We are not God. We are not in the end. So that is the whole thing, like choice. And I feel like the more and more that we live, the more our choices are being taken. And that's all the fuck this is about. Like, for me, like, there's some people that wholeheartedly support it, some wholeheartedly are against it. And I feel like at the end of the day, it's your choice. Just like it's your choice to whatever sex lover you want to be, whatever you want to identify with. Choice is the key word here. Like, not judgment.
So,
That's
do
how I
you
feel.
think that there should be restrictions on abortion? Because there are, like in some states, hold on, because I got that pulled up. You know, bitch got statistics for once.
I get it, boo.
There, between 2011 and this year, there are certain states that have like ban on abortions. Um, before ban on abortions, by certain weeks. So let's say like 13 weeks. The one is like 24 weeks. There are some states that have banned on abortions that are not for specific reasons, like rape or incest. Certain clinics don't do it. Some clinics make it a requirement, like for instance, that you have to see the ultrasound before you can get an abortion.
Mm.
Um, you know, so do you think, and I'm asking because in Nevada, they're actually trying to pass a bill that will basically decriminalize abortion procedures. So basically, like, they're not going to make you they're not going to make you look at a ultrasound if you don't want to. They're not going to record the age of the patient because that's nothing but for bullshit statistic reasons.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to make the doctors explain the physical and emotional implications of an abortion, which I don't necessarily agree with, which is why I was asking. But like, do you think that there should be like some restrictions, like maybe if a woman is too far along,
Yes.
or
So I definitely feel like there should be some restrictions. I feel like if a person is too far along in a pregnancy, then that definitely should not be allowed, because one, it also jeopardizes the person getting the abortion's life, if you're too far along. And at that point, to me, it's just not humane. But I feel like if it is, and I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell you what the official fetal, all that stuff, but I feel like once it gets to a certain point in the pregnancy, and I don't know if that's 8 weeks or what that is, I don't know the time frame, so please don't fucking kill me. I just feel like after a certain amount of time, then it won't be allowed. I also think that, and this is probably going to be very controversial, this is dice, shoot me, I just feel like when a person has maybe had like 5 or 6 abortions, then maybe you should be like, all right, you used up all your punch cards. Like, you're done, bitch. Like, I mean, I know that sounds insensitive, but like, I just feel like
I'm
for
sorry, that's
those
funny.
for those who are using it as a form of birth control, then sweetie, like, you need to check yourself. And I don't know how they would ban that or be able to control that. Like, maybe keep your name on file. I don't know. That's just me speaking on in a perfect world if I could make my own fucking laws. But yeah, to answer your question, I do feel like that it should be some restrictions. I don't think it should be all willy-nilly, like anybody can have an abortion at any time and it's like free reign. No, I don't
I
agree with
remember
that.
this dude told me, I will never forget this. It's the job where I met my daughter's father.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude had a girl, but he was fucking with this other girl, and the girl got pregnant, but she was mad far. And he was like, I mean, in North Carolina, they do it up to 24 weeks. And I was like, well, bitch, the
What? That's like 6 months, ain't it?
child. Up until the third trimester, essentially, that's what he was saying. So I was like, oh. And then, like, the next week, he was like, yeah, I'm good. I was like, oh, okay.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That to me personally is way too far along. Like, you having a whole ass baby at that point. Because what is the point where they like, I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to be a fucking OBGYN because I'm not. But that's
As
too
far
far for me.
as
6 months, my Jesus. That's like if something was to happen and you go into labor, can't they still have the baby in like intensive care and like in the little incubator at that? It's like, I just feel like that's too far along, my G.
I think the baby has to be a little, I'm not saying that a baby couldn't survive, but I think the chances are hella low at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, like
I don't, so,
definitely because yeah, if you're at like 6 months and you go into labor, like naturally, like I don't know if naturally a fetus could live outside of the womb for that long. I mean, at that age, like 24 months or whatever, 6 months is 20, I said 24 months, 24 weeks or 6 months or whatever. But I mean, like assisted maybe that they can survive, but like you said, the probability may be super fucking low.
I feel like if there are laws oh, you know what, before I get there, because I feel like once I get there, it's just going to open shit up.
Uh-oh.
I don't agree with the part about the doctor not explaining the physical and emotional, repercussions, not repercussions, or, I just,
Effects, side
right.
effects.
I just
Yeah.
think, I definitely, as far as time, like, I don't know. I
I
don't know
feel
what the
like they should
appropriate,
discuss that, maybe give you some pamphlets,
they
um,
definitely should be giving you some
offer
kind of information.
counseling.
Yes, like,
Mm-hmm.
this is what could happen, as far as like there. I'm pretty sure like getting an abortion is like a risk, because having a baby is a risk.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
you know what I'm saying? So there's definitely the medical shit that you need to be aware of, but
The
it's
emotional is important as
right.
well.
So I don't feel like that should be taken away. If but maybe there should be like a form of consent, like, yes, I want to be provided with this information, or maybe no, I don't. I don't know. That I feel like that option should still be there. I think 24 weeks is wilding.
Yeah,
That's me.
wow, and me
But
too.
I don't. I don't. I can't speak for everybody's situation. I don't know what everybody's situation is.
Right.
The thing that I don't like, I don't think that a girl should have to have her parents there to sign off
Mm-mm.
on it.
No.
And in some clinics, they will not do it for a girl that's under 18 unless her parents sign off on it. And a lot of times, somebody that's under 18 that's going in to have that procedure done, they're doing it because they don't want their parents to know. They're doing it because they, whatever.
So that's like a double-edged sword. So I'm thinking about that, and I get it as like if it's a female and there's something going on that maybe she can't disclose with her parents. But then I'm also thinking about the hot ass young girls that might use this as that fucking means of a fucking birth control. You know what I mean? Like, I think I'm on the fence with that one. Like, as far as like a minor, like a 16-year-old being able to just run to the clinic anytime she wants. Like, yeah, I don't know.
I just don't. I just disagree because everybody's parents are not going to sign off on it, but
Facts,
they're
and it might
also
be some sick motherfuckers that's in your fucking immediate family is the
that's the
reason why
reason
your
why you're
ass,
pregnant. Exactly.
right, that's the reason why your ass at the clinic in the first fucking place, and you might not be able to tell it. And people, everybody's immediate family ain't cute and wrapped in a bow.
Yeah.
So some parents might not even be in the fucking picture. What if your fucking mom is locked up and your dad's dead? Then what? Who gonna go with you?
Right.
Like,
So
those type of situations I get.
that's my only thing. But I guess I'm just gonna just dive right into it. So there's a person by the name of Jason Black, and I
Oh,
don't give a fuck.
wait a minute. Are you giving people's names out?
I sure am on Facebook,
Oh, bitch. Is this
and
somebody
his
you know?
no, but he done
Oh,
got almost 5,000 shares on his motherfucking thing. So enough people done seen the shit. So fuck him.
oh, get it.
His little status says, fellas, every caps
Mm.
female on your timeline upset over banning abortion has had one or, capital words again, several. She's, capital word, unfit to have your children.
Ooh.
Jason Black.
Um,
Shut the fuck up.
you
Everyone,
generalizing ass nigga.
like, that's just, it's so incorrect. It's so false.
So ignorant.
It's really dumb. And then just to, of course, read the comments,
Mm.
you know, oh, big facts. Yeah. This is so revealing. I know who's had, like, are y'all serious?
Mm.
Y'all
Bro.
are really dumb. Like, big dumb.
So
I
I
just,
have somebody that I'm not going to say their name. Some of my listeners might know who this is once I start, because this person, if the world says left, this person says right, and that's on any topic. But anyway, some of the statuses that came from said person that I know.
oh, so this person is probably a dude.
Yeah, it's definitely a guy. It's a black guy. So
Multiple statuses, huh?
multiple, like the past, ever since it's been in the news, I want to say like the past week, it's been multiple. And like, yeah. So one ignorant one was an example of a government controlling your uterus would be China's one child policy. Here in America, you can have as many children as you want. You just can't kill as many as you want. Are you mad? Go America, home of the free vagina. So
I want to know who this is.
so I'll definitely tell you offline.
I don't follow this person. I know I don't.
Oh, no, you definitely don't. Because let me tell you something, y'all will be going back and forth weekly on every fucking topic. Because I'm not that person that sees ignorant posts and want to fucking like go in. Like, I'll probably start typing. I'm like, you know what? Nope, I like my sanity, so I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. But I sit there sometimes and read comments and be like, yo, you really feel this way? Like, that's fucking crazy. So same person. Let's see. All right, so this is another one. By the same person. For those who think only a woman can talk about abortion in regards to something that it takes a woman and a man to create. By liberal logic, it's cool to kill babies. And by that same liberal logic, a man can claim to be a woman, and you have to acknowledge them as such. So I hereby claim that I'm a woman in any conversations about abortions. Respect it. It's my choice and my right to be a woman. Now, what were you saying about how killing a baby is okay?
But that's not
The same fucking thing. Like another one.
I just want to be a lesbian.
Look,
I just
men are ignorant. If I'm out here fucking knowing that the consequences could be to have a baby, then I made the choice to take a chance. It is not fair to that soul in your body that you did not make the right choice beforehand.
Oh, let's talk about it. Do you have more from this person?
I can definitely go to their page. Those were just screenshots, but yes, I definitely could.
It's so funny he said that because the little knickknacks on my page have been trying to compare abortion to child support. So let's talk about those poor
Yes,
decisions
yes, yes,
because
yes.
your poor decision was to not wear a condom and then come in someone.
Okay.
Um, but you then get upset when the government forces you to support the child that you helped to create. So it's okay for me to carry this child. I don't know that if men understand. I think because so many women have children successfully, I don't
Mm.
really think that they understand like
The
women can
toll it
literally
takes.
die
Right.
having children.
More
Like
fucking sure.
luckily we're in 2019 where medicine is a little more advanced. We have some better equipment, but like there's still a risk to carrying y'all big head ass babies.
And don't get over 30, 35. It's a risk there. Like, it's like, oh, bitch, wait a minute. You sure you want to do this?
So let's talk about the child support thing because it was
Okay.
just so funny that he said that.
Mm-hmm.
The whole based on your poor decisions, because what I have been seeing is people saying, oh, so how does it feel for the government to force you to take care of a child that you didn't want? Because men have been dealing with it for the beginning of time, blah,
Mm.
blah, blah. So, again, everyone,
Has a
men
decision to
especially,
make.
I want you to understand the issue, like we've said, is not about the child. It is about the government policing your body.
Mm-hmm.
So if women should be forced to have abortions, then I think that after a certain amount of women that y'all impregnate, y'all should have to get y'all shit nipped and tucked
How about that?
because
If you got 7 baby mamas, it's time for your shit to get nipped.
I mean, like, what we doing?
How you
Like,
doing?
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about that. So the same way you're saying Shorty made a poor decision to get pregnant, I mean,
It took
she
to
did nothing herself.
for sure.
So what are the consequences for you? Like,
And are you going to be there to support that baby? How about that?
yeah, like
Because 9 times out of 10, you're not.
that's my thing. The government is not forcing you to do something with your body when they say you have to pay child support. At that point, the poor decision was already made on one or both parts.
Mm-hmm.
Our issue is that the government is forcing us to make this to basically they're making decisions for our body.
Yeah.
Like for us.
Right. For sure. Another topic, I see that he always tries to make a correlation that to me just is like off a little bit. So another one, y'all wild as shit. I sit here and watch you people have the biggest heart for children when they are murdered, like the girl in Texas, or the children being mistreated at the borders. Yet y'all completely okay with murdering one and fight teeth and nail that it's your right to do so. That's some crazy shit. I just feel like this nigga is grasping at straws to try to make a point like y'all just murderers, y'all just murderers, y'all just murderers when
I understand
it's
people feeling that way, but keep that same energy when you see women out here that's doing it by themselves and they fucking going to court every month to get $100 out of the person that helped contribute to the life that you forced her to have. The thing about it is the motherfuckers that's bringing up child support, y'all motherfuckers are broke. Y'all don't have no money. Y'all
what
don't
you
have no fucking money. So
preacher preach.
the motherfucking courts are not fucking making y'all pay that much money. That's not how child support fucking
It
works.
goes based on your income.
It goes based on your fucking income. Somebody goddamn is using this fucking, I don't know if it's real or not, but using somebody's fucking paycheck where their checks are garnished for this child support.
Ooh.
But it's 5 different child support garnishments, which means you have 5 different children.
About different bitches.
Probably. So my thing is, if we're going to be regulating women, what the fuck is up with y'all?
Because
Y'all
we not.
motherfuckers need to get vasectomies.
It's not like we masturbate and get pregnant.
Like, if a woman cannot get a motherfucking abortion, dead ass, this is the father. And if that motherfucker has more than 2, 3 children, he needs to get a vasectomy. If we regulating bodies, fuck it. Especially if he a nigga that don't want to pay child support.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all. Like,
Well,
y'all
nip nip,
can't.
motherfucker.
Like, what are we doing out here?
So fucking disrespectful.
As the person that is making all these posts, does he have any children?
Oh, hell no.
I pray he never has children from someone that is not his wife, because if it was me and I was friends with him, girl, keep that same energy when that bitch put you on child support.
Mm-hmm. All of that.
Keep
It was a
that same
choice. I hope you keep your shit strapped up with 2.
You hear me?
Dos condomalones, or you saving it for marriage.
And
Like,
before you raggedy motherfuckers come in my goddamn mentions talking about some put condoms break. First of all, condoms don't break as often as y'all motherfucking like to say that
y'all
they
want to
do.
think y'all shit is that big that these condoms is popping like popcorn, and it's
That's
not.
really the issue. The issue is you little dick niggas keep trying to wear magnums
And
the shit sliding off. That's
you
the
ain't
fucking
feeling them out,
problem.
honey.
Or you got some old ass condoms that probably
Been in your
expired.
wallet since high school.
Or your motherfucker, and not even just that. As a woman, I could feel when a condom is on versus when it's not. So I know y'all can fucking tell the difference between when your dick is in a condom and when it's not. So it's your responsibility to pull out,
stop and pull out,
and get a new condom. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm just exhausted because I just feel like
I'm tired of everything being a woman's problem.
everything.
Our burden to bear. We're at fault with this. Like, oh, you motherfuckers, the toll is on your body, and you're going to carry all the psychological and emotional issues. But fuck that, you shouldn't have did it. We didn't fucking do it alone. Women are not getting pregnant by themselves. We're not, unless you're going, and even if you're going to a fertility clinic, your ass still ain't alone, because guess what? You got a sperm donor. So either way, there is some male participation. I'm sorry. Like, I just don't understand. But yeah, y'all niggas is trash as fuck. The posts that I've been seeing about all these laws and everything, like, God forbid, and I'm not speaking anything to existence, but God forbid any of you fuck niggas have a daughter, and God forbid something happens and she gets raped and gets pregnant by either the rapee or a fucking family member.
Shit, even if she don't get raped, God forbid she starts fucking when she's a teenager and gets pregnant, because guess what? She's going to need some help from her parents.
Keep that same energy.
Keep that same energy. Y'all annoying. Trenton Jackson on Facebook, my ancestors would have never aborted. My ancestors would have never aborted. So you think that your ancestors that was getting raped by their masters
was keeping all these babies
and wanted to keep all the babies?
You thinking some of these
dicks?
Y'all thinking that the masters wasn't forcing these motherfuckers to have abortions?
Y'all are smoking dicks. I just don't understand.
Spark it up.
Oh, Jesus. I honestly, I think I'm going to say this every week, and it's no shade to my husband, but if I could just be a lesbian, I think I would. I'm
just saying, we just need to leave JT and B-Dub and just be soulmates. Because let me tell you something. Y'all men, as much as I love men, y'all I don't understand y'all thought process. Y'all some wild creatures, bro.
Yeah. I be trying
to generalize just like y'all generalizing on us. Y'all lump y'all into one group. Y'all niggas wild.
Sweet baby Jesus. Did you have more?
No, I'm keeping it short and cute, remember?
That actually wasn't short. I just looked at the time. So the person that was criticizing how long our topics be is probably gonna be like, bitch, I ain't learning. But anywho,
they got the wrap it up button, like, okay, that's one topic. Q and Jay-Z, on to that next. On to that next.
So your friend posted something today on Facebook about men give ladies some relationship advice, and
I posted on that, honey. You see my little meme, honey, on my little gif.
I haven't gone back to see any of the new comments, so I caught one like pretty early on, and it says,
Mm-hmm.
the guy says, "Let a man be a man." That was his advice. And this
Yeah, I
other
saw that
chick
one.
who was all through the comments being Captain Pick Me, but whatever. Uh, she was like, "Explain, please." So he said, "No problem. At times, women can be so independent, which is great. But when a man does come around, sometimes women don't know how to fall back and let the man lead or let him handle various situations. We as men are wired to provide and protect. And once you take that from us, what are we?" So I would love, Dice, since you are the one that handles our Instagram post, can you please make a little question that needs answer
I'm,
post about what the fuck
I'm
did y'all,
curious.
what do y'all mean when y'all say that? Because, for instance, it's a dude at my job, right? He
Mm-hmm.
met this woman and she was really dependent upon him, and he started to resent her because, like, she wasn't Miss Independent. So, like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
understand what y'all mean when y'all say let a man lead or let a man handle various situations, because, and I ain't trying to
Let,
start no problems in my home. But honey, let me tell you, women want to let y'all fucking lead. We want to let y'all handle
please
situations. But
no.
when y'all
I
don't,
don't want to be
yes.
strong all the
But
time.
when y'all don't handle situations, our women are wired to get shit done. Okay. We're not
Okay.
wired to do things so we can feel like a woman, and because of egos.
No.
We just really want shit
No.
to get done, and we want it to get done the right way the
Don't.
first
If I
time.
did shit just because I was a woman, like I would be out here looking better than what the fuck I
I
do.
would be a
Hello,
housewife, and I would be out here like these bitches getting
bitch,
child support,
fly.
alimony, them hoes. Like,
I nails done, hair done, everything did.
so
But I'm not.
I hear men say that all the time, like, let a man lead, da 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 da. So what does that mean? Because to me it sounds like y'all want to fill those stereotypical roles, but honestly y'all don't always
Some of
fit
y'all not
that,
capable.
and it just is what it
Exactly.
is, and it's not
And
taken
that's
away from
fine.
you, it just is what it is.
Right. Every man is not capable of leading and providing at the moment. Not saying that it won't happen, but if your fucking ego is that fragile, like, oh, I can't be with no bitch that's not letting me be a man and let me lead. Okay, well, what does that entail exactly? Are you going to be like what? That's definitely going to be a post. What does that entail? Letting a man be a man? Because I need
I need
fucking receipts.
specifics because I just don't
Yeah.
understand. Like, for example, one time, so like when I moved out of my dad's house, he let me have the computer. And so
Mm-hmm.
the computer, I mean, we had the computer when I was in high school. The computer went to shit because, like, what the fuck?
Right.
But he came to my place one day and he was just like, I could fix it. Just let me handle it. So I'm like, my nigga, you were in the army band. You were not in IT. Like, you
Shay.
cannot fix it. And so he ended up fucking it up even more. So,
Oh
like,
Jesus.
he's my dad, so that's not letting a man be a man in that way. But I felt like it was like, let a man be a man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Let me fix this. Don't take it to nobody else. Daddy can fix
but
it. Like,
but you
Dad.
can't.
No, no. At the end of the day, the bottom line is know your strengths and know your weaknesses and govern yourself accordingly. Don't step in big boy draws that you cannot fill yet. Okay.
So I would just like to know, like, what is it that y'all mean when y'all say that? And then, if if what can we as women say to y'all without hurting y'all fucking ego, when we know that
Ooh.
y'all can't handle some shit and we just rather handle it so it can get done correctly the first time, the right
How
way? I just want to know how to communicate that without fucking bruising your fucking ego, so it's not
mm,
women, it's the highway or no way, like Buddy
Pastor,
said.
you better preach.
I'm done, like, I just want to know.
Look, on that same post, somebody was like, fellas, y'all wasting y'all time. They not gonna
Oh, that's what
listen.
I'm saying. That's what he said. I'm not gonna call him out because he's a little closer to home. Them other niggas, I didn't know them, but this is a friend of a
Please.
friend, so I will not say his
Yeah, please
name.
don't. Yeah, please don't.
But he definitely said, you already know it's their way or the highway. But then he didn't offer anything
Not a piece.
constructive.
Just
So,
co-signing. He was just doing his little Flavor Flav. He was just co-signing.
you know what? I pulled it up right now.
I'm looking at it too. That's what I was like. Yeah.
This girl that's on here, she is just. I hope she got a man.
Comment. She comment on every post.
I hope she got a man.
Every response, I mean, every post. But yeah.
You know,
We definitely gonna make a post and see what our listeners think. Especially our male listeners. I'm interested to know what your opinion is on that. So we definitely gonna post that.
my dad told me yesterday we were talking about, my recent nervous breakdown. Basically, that's what it was. And he was like, I have to work on my patience, which I do. But then he said I was controlling. He was like you.
You're controlling?
He said I control JT. I said, shit
What?
me. I wish I did. So
I don't think so.
I don't either. So now I want to ask JT, but I don't feel like he would be honest.
He was like, nah, babe.
Right. So like
You
my
lit.
dad was like, whenever you want to go somewhere, do y'all go? And I was like, yeah. He was like, well, do you think JT wants to go every time? And I was like, well, he's never
Happy wife, happy life.
Well, he's never said that he didn't want to go. He's like,
so that's not controlling. That's like if he was like, no, I don't want to go. You like, fuck that. We
thank
going
you.
anyway.
So he was like, well, he probably don't want to go every time. And I'm like, okay, so how's that my fault?
He need to speak up then. That's not controlling. He needs to speak up. If that was the case.
That was my thing. He was like, I mean, there's times when Shorty wants to go out and I don't really want to go, but I just be trying to keep the peace. And I'm like, in my mind,
Daddy, stop projecting your relationship.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry, I wasn't shading you, Dad. If you listen to the podcast, love you, boo. I'm sorry, I've been drinking.
Bang, bang.
No, I take it back. That was your daddy. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, honestly, I don't know. But it did make me sit there and think. I do know that when I get into arguments, a bitch got to be right. But I have been trying to avoid so many arguments with JT lately that I actually feel like it's hindering me because I love you, baby.
You got some shit you want to speak on.
But child, he better be lucky he on a boat, and I'm trying to make sure he stays stress free because even
you're not gonna say this man on a boat like he on a rowboat and shit, because that nigga's on a boat. He's on a whole ass ship.
No. Do you know Navy people actually get offended when you say that, and that's literally why I call it a boat because.
Also, you can't say ship.
They don't like for you to call it a boat. They want you to put some respect on their shit and call it a ship.
Oh, so you just say intentionally disrespectful joint.
Because
all right, Shay. All right.
I wish a motherfucker would be like a ship. Bitch, suck my whole dick.
JT gonna check your ass.
He be calling that shit a boat too.
He like, it's a ship, bitch. He gonna ike your ass. You keep playing with JT.
Yeah, whatever. That nigga pissed me off, but I love you. But he pissed me off, but I love him.
All right, so we talking about it's not a relationship topic.
I mean, it could be because obviously we got to switch topics on these hoes.
I mean, we probably been on this one too long too, honey. Because look,
let me see.
So are we moving on to shows? T, what you want to talk about? Because I got some. I'm caught up on Real Housewives of Potomac. Listeners, she been asking me for a couple weeks.
I've been asking you for a couple episodes, bitch.
And I'm caught up now. So what you gotta ask me now that I'm caught up? What you want? What you want my opinion on? Nothing?
No, not now.
Bitch, I just wanted something that I could watch with. Fucking asshole. So B-Dub, my husband, got me hooked on this show. I binged like 3 episodes last night.
What is it?
It is on A&E called Behind Bars, Kids Behind Bars, Life or Parole. Lit. So in a nutshell, it is about children who commit really bad crimes who get locked up, and a lot of them are sentenced. Not all of them, but like I said, I've only watched 3 episodes. A lot of them or some of them are sentenced, have like these big sentences, but since they were sentenced, the laws have changed. So some of them are getting retried, and it looks at the actual kid, their family, the victim's family, and lawyers. Like, it's really, really, really good. Like, I've watched 3 episodes, and like, first of all, I feel like in a former life, I was some type of, I don't
lawyer.
know. I was like, I was a lawyer. I was a DA. No, I definitely wasn't DA. I was like a FBI agent or something. I was doing some type of like CSI something. I was doing something, forensic something, because I am so compelled to like all that stuff. But this show is good. I think you should check it out. It's on A&E, called, again, in case you missed it, Kids Behind Bars, Life of Parole. Really good. What other shows?
All right, let's talk about Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. So yeah, look how
we're gonna skip over them other shows this week, y'all, that we don't ever be talking about anyway.
Because we had spoilers, and y'all should be good by now because y'all got extra time because of our fuck shit. So look. All right, so one, I normally not post, but I don't post like a lot on Facebook per se. But I had to put a post out there because after this finale, niggas was big mad.
Let me pour some more wine.
Yes. When I say big mad, like, you would have thought that, I can hear it. It's like a nice little sound bite. You would have thought that was like fake, but that was real life.
Really was.
Perfect. Right. But people was like big mad as if like this season was so bomb, so lit, and then they dropped the ball on the finale. All of our listeners know we have been talking about how fuck shit this season has been, except literally one fucking episode, and that's the third one, which was the battle at Winterfell, which was the only lit fucking episode. Now, cute little shit has happened, but I'm talking about overall as an episode. There was only one episode that I can say that shit was lit, and I will even watch it again right now. The finale. So when the finale came and niggas was big mad about it, I'm fucking confused on where this outrage came from, because it's not like these niggas have not fucking hand spoon fed us 4 fuck shit ass episodes, 4 out of 6 already. So you're mad about number 5? Like, and everybody's like, I just expected more.
Did you think the episode was good?
Recover.
Did you think the episode was good? Did you think the episode was good?
No, I don't think the season was
not
good.
The season. Did you think the last episode was good?
No, okay. I think that they could have did other things with it, but I wasn't mad because I'm like, at this point, y'all are to the, first of all, you crammed this shit in 6 episodes. 6 episodes. So you didn't even give a full fucking 10 episodes. So these niggas had to tie loose ends. And there's certain things that I'm just like, that could have been different. But I'm like, okay, I mean, whatever. Y'all then tied up every loose end, so I'm good. Whatever. What's
you also just started watching it, and that's no shade.
And but I think that's people's problem. People were waiting for 2 years for this, so that now they were waiting for 2 years. They're big mad because they were waiting for 2 years, and this is the fuck shit that they got. I get it, but it's not like episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was lit, and then 6 was crazy, and they left cliffhangers and shit. Like, this shit has been trash. So I should have been hearing this outrage episode 1, episode 2, episode 5.
Were upset about those episodes, but
I wasn't seeing them post about niggas being that mad.
No, I think I'm talking about, and I haven't been watching it from day one, so I can only imagine how pissed. I mean, I was pissed. Like, I was pissed.
No, I had niggas on my post that had been watching it since for 8 years.
Since day one. I think we had hope that they would not, that at least they would give us a bomb ass end to the show.
What's bomb ass ending? What, take in episodes 1 through 5. What bomb ass ending would have made niggas like, yes, y'all redeemed yourselves? Nothing. Nothing they could have done.
So I too was very upset with.
Yes, you were.
When I thought about it, once I calmed down, I thought about it, and as far as first of all, I'm not even putting a Game of Thrones spoiler mark in this fucking episode.
No, this not a spoiler
because the shit is over.
Like, at this point, 4 days at this point. Like,
okay.
Fuck that.
As far as the Stark children are concerned, because that's the only people we ever gave a fuck about, honestly, the Starks.
Only.
characters, I'm okay with what happened to them, with the exception of the
Brand, but you
Broken.
been hating on Brand the Broken. You've not been
Bitch,
fucking with Brand the Broken since a grip.
bitch.
So look, listeners, y'all are fucking witnesses to know every episode. She's like, this nigga Brand, what the fuck is he here for? So you knew when this nigga was gonna be crowned, you was gonna be like, look. The funny thing is, when they crowned him, I was like, oh, Shay about to be mad. That literally crossed my mind. Like, I know this bitch is like Brand. But the fucking Soldier Boy voice, Brand.
No lie, I should have recorded myself watching that episode because you're so fucking accurate. I screamed. I literally screamed that Brand, and then when they said Brand the Broken, bitch, I could have threw my
You
remote
fell out.
out the TV. Brand the Broken.
I said, first of all, Brand not gonna speak for him, so it's like, fuck you. Y'all trying to go and shit, talking about Brand the Broken. Nigga, I break this foot off in your ass. Like they really low-key curried the nigga, calling him Brand the Broken. He's like, and then he like was cocky with this shit, like, why you think I came all this way?
This is why. So it's like, so that's what you've been doing this whole time, just sitting
the
there
nigga
waiting.
Knew the whole time
Girl.
He was gonna be king. He was just letting this shit play out.
Guys,
I told y'all niggas I'm seeing this
you
shit.
are not about to sit here and tell me that come on, dog. And then
Brando Broken knew what was going to happen, even when Arya jumped the fuck over. He was like, go ahead and kill this nigga so I can be king.
Dog.
Go ahead, sis, so you can go west and see what's good.
Listen.
Like, go ahead.
Then at the fucking very end, when the fucking council are all sitting together and Brand the fucking Broken comes in, he literally doesn't even go to the table. He just makes a roundabout. He makes a U-turn because he's like, oh, I'm going to go look for the dragon now. So, bitch, you're not even king and shit. You just about to go back to dreaming and shit.
He said, oh, so you got this? All right,
girl, I was so fucking pissed.
He said, we need to find that fucking dragon. He said, all right, I'll find it. I'll be back.
No.
I'm about to go to sleep.
When listen, I am okay with Arya going off to be fucking Christopher Columbus, Dora the Explorer.
See what the fuck.
I'm okay.
Arya the Explorer.
I'm okay with Sansa being the Queen of the North. I'm okay with Jon going off in the woods to go
with the wildlings,
but
find some new wildlings.
The fucking Broken can suck my dick from the back. Y'all got me fucked up. I did not wait years for Brand the Broken. Fuck y'all.
Well, I only waited like a couple days because I fucking started this binge in 2019. So I am so glad. But let me tell you something, listeners. I told my fucking friends to their face in the group chat, so it really wasn't to their face. Don't tell me about another motherfucking show. My friends that been pressing me out for years to watch this show, talking about, man, fuck Game of Thrones. I say, I'm done. I'm fucking done. And then y'all niggas, dog, them niggas been shading me. Shay Thompson, oh, bitch, you just watching Game of Thrones. Now you got Game of Thrones shirt. Bitch, look at this, bitch. I'm like, so, bitch, I can't even not like this show. I can't bang with the show. Even way it's fuck me.
No, you got to be upset with us.
Me, dog, I'm like, don't ask me to watch shit no more. I'm done with your fucking opinions.
Why Coffee hit me up the other day. He was like, I know, like Game of Thrones, but you should watch this show on Netflix. I was like, no, I'm not watching that. I was like, I'm not watching that shit.
Nope.
Because it's another period type show, period piece. Like back in those times, medieval times. I was like, no, I'm not watching that. He was like, no, for real, it's really good. I was like, dog, I'm not gonna watch it. He was like, one day when you get bored, my nigga, I'm never gonna be that bored.
Is it the little Handmaid's Tale? Joke?
No, I actually do want to watch that.
Me too, because everybody been talking about how good that is.
We should start watching it so that we can talk about it. But no, it's something on Netflix that he said, but I'm not watching that.
Don't tell me because I'm not watching.
I'm not either.
Nope, fuck that, because I'm not gonna get invested in a show and then y'all niggas turn and be like, fuck that shit, that's you stupid as shit. Fuck that. I'm like, you know what? I'm done. Fuck these shows that my friends want me to watch because I'm not fucking watching them shit no more.
I think this is what,
but I am gonna watch that prequel when it come out though.
I'm not even watching that. I'm gonna let y'all tell me what happens. I'm not watching it.
I will. I'll report it live. Not live, but I'll report on the podcast.
I think as far as what would have made, I think for me, I can only speak for me.
Please let me know what it made you happy.
Cersei dying a different way.
Oh yeah.
If Cersei
that's me too.
would have died
if Cersei
the way she needed to,
Like, if Arya would have got up there and stabbed that bitch and said some shit like, "This is for my fucking father," and whoop de whoop de whoop, like some shit. But the fact that she died lovingly in Jaime's
Yeah, that's
arms,
bullshit.
though. But low key, I seen this fucking meme. It was funny as shit. It had the scene where Tyrion was down in the crypt and he was like looking at the pile of rocks right before he was like moving them to see if Jaime and Cersei was under that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a circle. So it was a still shot, and it had a circle or like a space on the other side of Tyrion. So it was like, so literally, Jaime and Cersei could have moved 10 feet and they would have lived, because literally,
Right.
the other fucking side, it was not
No,
a pile of
right.
rocks. And they was like, so the niggas definitely could have ran and they would have been good. They just stayed. Like, it was the funniest shit ever. So super fucking dramatic. Like, and it was so like, oh, Shakespearean. Like, I'm dying in the love in the arm of my brother lover. Like, fuck out of here.
I thought so. For me, I thought that that would have like, again, moving beyond the Starks, even including Bran's non-motherfucking, he serves no purpose. Even I could have overlooked that with two things. Cersei, that death was bullshit. Like, for real.
It was. I think everybody across the board agrees with that.
I never thought Arya was going to kill her, because Arya killed the Night Walker, and Arya is that bitch. But they never
not going to be on her dick that much.
So I always knew once she killed the Night the Night King, that she was not going to kill Cersei. But
I thought she was going to die in King's Landing, honestly. Like, when all that shit was going down and fucking Daenerys had her dragon, like, the chorus. Like, nigga, I was like, oh, it's a wrap for Arya. I can't believe this how she about to die and Jon gonna Kirk because, like, you didn't kill the sister. Like, I really thought that's how she was gonna go. I'm glad she made it through,
that would have been great. Again, all of the fans, your friend down in Georgia who doesn't watch the show has a lot of shit to say. Well, why don't y'all write a better fucking show? Actually, motherfucker, we have fan theories every week on the podcast. If you was a good friend and listening, you would know.
Oh,
anywho, another topic for another day. But so Cersei, for sure, I think everyone can agree on that. But I thought the way Daenerys died was anticlimactic also.
It was so dry. Like, I get what they was trying to do, and Tyrion dropping the tea in Jon's ear and like, nigga, stop being pussy whip. Like, this bitch about to tell everybody to fuck that, and if you think because you trying to knock down your aunt you ain't gonna get killed also, you need to got another motherfucking thing coming. Like, Jon was like, you know what, you motherfucking right, especially since this bitch know I'm the heir to the fucking throne for real. She can get mad at me and motherfucking Dakar is me. Like, fuck that shit. Let me kill this bitch. I feel like this whole season could have been drawn out a lot more with whole episodes dealing with certain things if they would have made it 10 episodes, because that alone could have been dragged out to at least a whole fucking 30-40 minutes in its own. Where, like, after she take the throne and like her being like, this is my shit, and Jon realizing like, this bitch is going mad, I'm gonna have to get rid of her ass, like, let me kill her. But the fact that you like kind of like sucker punched her and was like, all right, bitch, all right, this is the time, like, she gonna give me a hug and I'm about to kill her ass. But
and
I was like,
I'm sorry, real quick, but then the next thing was like months later, and it was like, not that there could have been so much that happened in between, like the nigga being locked up, I guess, but like, I would have at least expected like
Grey Worm yoking his ass the fuck up.
I'm like damn, Grey Worm Jon fight, or the dragon fucking up Jon.
Well, the dragon wasn't gonna fuck up Jon because he is a Targaryen too. That's why the nigga didn't Kirk on him in the beginning. So the nigga was. I saw a thing. It was like a theory. Was like the reason why Drogon didn't fucking burn down Jon, because he didn't feel like Jon killed him. The Iron Throne killed his mom, because she was so fucking. She went from off her main focus to like, all I'm thinking about is the Iron Throne. That's why the motherfucker burned down the Iron Throne. Like, fuck this Iron Throne. Like, this shit killed my mother. This was her fucking that's why he scooped up and was like, fuck it, I'm gone, and didn't kill Jon.
I know, I get that. I'm just saying, like, I just felt like there was more to be seen after that. It was just like he killed her, and then the next scene was like, what the fuck? I was so
what we gonna do? How we run in the West?
Yeah. So I don't know. So did you have more on that? Because I wanted to.
No. Okay.
So there's a thread called A Black casting for Game of Thrones.
A
And so,
black casting?
mm-hmm. So it's
Okay.
I'm going to ask you if you agree or not. So for Arya Stark, they think Amandla Steinberg. Do you know who she is?
Bitch, I'm gonna have to Google these people.
Okay, Amandla Steinberg. Did you ever watch or see the trailer for the movie called The Hate You Give?
Mm-mm.
Did you watch The Hunger Games? Okay. Well, I don't know what else. She was in another movie that I'm sure if you haven't seen the other two, I doubt that you've seen it. But they say that she should have played Arya Stark, and I'm going to say that I disagree on that one because Arya Stark is a bad bitch, and Amanda Steinberg actually gets on my nerves.
Oh,
So Angela Bassett as Caitlin Stark, as Ned Stark's wife. Do you?
yeah, I can see it.
You can?
A bad bitch, because she's a bad bitch. She real strong and powerful. It just would have been make me mad when she got killed. But yeah,
Okay.
I can say.
Lakeith Stanfield.
Why? Who would you want? I'm sorry. Who would you rather see it besides Angela?
I actually
could
see Angela as Cersei. Like, honestly.
I can't see her that evil. I could see a bitch like
I could.
fucking Gabrielle Union.
Do you watch American Horror? I'm gonna say no.
No.
Okay.
I don't.
Well, Angela Bassett was on a few seasons of American Horror Story, and she wasn't always the good person on there. Not that she was so despicable, but
But she played a bad person.
I think that she could have actually pulled off Cersei, and I think it would have. I really think she would be a good Cersei. Not that she wouldn't be a good Caitlyn, but I just feel like
Cersei would have fits her better.
But I also think, not that Angela Bassett doesn't look good as shit for her age. Cersei is I'm guessing the age would have to be a little younger. Although,
put Jada in that motherfucker.
You think she would be a good Cersei?
Because she could be a bitch.
Okay, well,
but she can give you that mothering feel for a second, like, oh, Joffrey, but then be like a bitch, like, I hate that bitch. Like,
well, we don't know I don't know who they're going to cast as Cersei because I'm going through the thread for the first time with you. Okay. So the next person as Robb Stark is Lakeith Stanfield, and I don't think you're going to know who that is.
I'm Googling it right. No. Lakeith Stanfield.
Have you seen Get Out?
Wait a minute, I'm clicking on him now.
Have you seen Get Out or have you watched Atlanta?
Yeah, both.
Okay, so
So I see who he is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you think
so him as you say as Ned Stark?
At Robb Stark.
Oh, I want to say, fuck! No, you better get this down, nigga.
Robb.
I mean, yeah, I can see him being a little doofy nigga. So yeah.
For Robb, I don't know what they. This is gonna sound bad.
Finish your sentence, Shay. God damn.
Maybe the person that created this thread sees something in Lakeith Stanfield that I haven't seen yet. Because I would never even put him in Game of Thrones.
Bitch, you know what? I'm fucking tripping. I'm not even fucking. You said Robb Stark.
Yes.
Bitch, I've been drinking. I'm thinking of motherfucking the half son.
Oh, Jon Snow?
No, not John. He fine as shit. I'm talking about the other nigga that really isn't a Stark, but like
the fucking sister. Traitor.
Yeah, I was thinking about him.
Yeah, you know what?
Rickon.
Bitch, you is smart. I actually could see him in that role more than Robb Stark.
That's who I was thinking about when they say Robb. Like I'm thinking him, and he would. That's why I was like, yeah, he a little skinny, like random nigga like that. He could play good for him.
No, Robb Stark is in like Red
So
Wedding.
Robb Stark. Oh no, fuck that. We need somebody more distinguished. We need somebody like oh, we need motherfucking Lance Gross.
Oh, he's so fine. Damn.
Or Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
We need like a fine, like put together nigga that can look real regal and shit because
right.
Rob was that nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had the wrong character, my bad.
I agree. So Denzel Washington as Ned Stark.
I already called that. I said that shit. Denzel.
I can see that. So then they have Yara Shahidi from Blackish and Grownish as Sansa. And
no,
I don't see that either.
She couldn't play a good, convincible evil person.
Yeah, and Sansa has that
she could be innocent, but like when she got like real like evil, like conniving, like I'm scheming, like I'm peeping tea. So like when she pulled the shit on Littlefinger and shit like that. So you gotta have like a good bad side.
I don't know who I would have for Sansa, but as far as Arya, because you got to think this started when Arya was
Oh,
like
Sansa could
13.
be like maybe like a Regina King or
No,
like
you
a
got to go
Taraji.
younger. That means,
Younger. Oh yeah,
yeah,
because
a
yes.
lot younger. No shade.
Oh, Shay.
No, I'm saying Sansa in real life is like 22, and no
Oh
shade, but
yeah.
Regina and them, they're
And they
like 40.
50. Yeah,
Oh.
40. Oh, I said 50. Bitch, don't do me. I don't know. Black don't crack so they motherfuckers look
And
good.
that's a
Don't.
fact. So
So
I was
young,
thinking,
so like teenage
as
dreams.
far as, so I'm going back to Arya, because
Mm-hmm.
remember this started 8 years ago. So Arya was, because I think Arya is only
Super
like
young.
22 now. So if we were going with today, I would say for Arya it should be the young daughter from Blackish.
Oh
Um,
yeah, the twin that played the other twin.
yeah, I can't think of, why can't I
Mm.
think of her name?
But she's at this moment isn't 20 something. So
But
her
if it
age now, she
started
can
now,
start it now. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, if
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
started now,
I
I
can
think
see
she would
her.
be a bomb ass
Yeah,
Arya.
because it's like she can play that tomboyish role where she just like, all right, I know I'm supposed to be like, a female, but I'm trying to learn how to work the sword and like, fight, and then end up turning to like a fucking G. Like, yeah, I can see that.
I think, you know, as far as Sansa, I'm trying to think. I don't feel like there's that many like younger Black actresses. It seems like it's the same like handful of actresses that act in
Okay.
everything. So that
I'm
would be
trying
kind
to
of hard.
think. I'm about to say, even though Carrie kind of plays younger roles than what she is, she kind of got a younger face. I see how she could be like innocent, but like give the little evil. Like this, I'm about to take over, but I'm trying to think a
No.
younger.
Like I was thinking Zendaya, but I don't know if Zendaya can act that well actually, because I only seen
Yeah,
her in
you
like
gotta
Disney movies.
act. Oh, so much shade.
I mean, she's about to come out with a show about, it looks like she's gonna be on meth or some shit, which is a white drug, but whatever. Um, uh, so
Let's
let's go back
see.
to that,
I'm trying to
because I
think.
think that one's really hard. The next one is Jaden as Bran, and
Oh,
I can see
what's
that.
up? Oh yeah, Jaden Smith.
Can you see that?
Yeah, for sure. He just sitting there, phased out, looking weird. Yeah, for sure. I can do
Um,
that.
let's see. This one I don't know if I agree with. So it has
What we got?
Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther, as Jon Snow.
No, he got to be finer.
I mean, you didn't even think about it.
No, Jon Snow is fine as shit.
Ooh, guess who they have as Cersei?
Who?
Kerry Washington.
See, I was saying. See, I said Sansa, but okay.
I actually could see that.
I definitely could. I could see that. But Chadwick Boseman as Jon Snow and suck my dick. Like,
No, not for you.
no, no, it has to be somebody handsome, like, but could act like somebody like I can see him being like a fucking warrior, but like handsome. Like, I don't want to say Idris, because that's typical. He's older. Because it gotta be a younger nigga. What's a young Black actor? It can't be no light skinned nigga like Michael Ealy or Boris. Because, like, y'all not fighting and slaying no fucking dragons.
They have Idris
I don't know. I gotta
Elba
come back
as
to that.
Jamie, but then if you have Kerry Washington as
Mm-mm.
Cersei and they're twins, I'm like, well, how?
That's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
How does that work?
I'm trying to think. Let me Google some young Black actors. Let me get some faces. Because I'm trying to think who the fuck could be Jon Snow. Who you think? You don't know?
Jon Snow is fine, so
Facts. Just keep that
maybe
nigga.
we make
Let me see.
Lance Jon Snow, and then we make
Mm-hmm.
Michael B. Jordan Rob.
Okay. I'm with it. Because they could be brothers, the fine brothers. Okay. I'm with it.
Okay.
Because Michael B. Jordan could look older than Lance. Yeah. All right. So anyway, yeah. Game of Thrones, whatever. But this damn documentary, That fucking Shay put me on to today,
Yes.
called Dominion.
That I didn't even finish, but apparently you did.
I did it. So it's 2 hours long and it's on Netflix. I'm not sure if it's like on another
YouTube.
streaming thing. I mean, yeah, YouTube. I'm not sure if it's on Netflix. That's what I'm about to say. I don't know if it's on like Netflix or like any other type of streaming thing, but it's on YouTube. And it's 2 hours long. Literally, all you got to do is type in Dominion and the shit will come up. You'll see it. So Shay puts her little passive aggressive subliminal joints on Facebook. It's like,
take a sip.
No, it's not passive aggressive. But I feel like she be putting subliminal shit for me to respond. When she was like, and it's just my ass thinking everything is about me. That's my Leo shit. But anyway, she was like, yeah, if you trying to be a vegan, then you need to fucking watch Dominion. She didn't say it like that, but in a nutshell, that's what she was saying. I'm being extra. But I'm nosy as fuck, so I'm just like, bitch, now you know I'm about to watch this shit after you done say it like that. Like, all right, let me check it out. So basically, in a nutshell, it is about it mainly stems in Australia, even though it has clips of other countries like India, Asia, and the US and stuff like that. But it's talking about the slaughtering and the abuse of animals. And when I say animals, nigga, let me give you the list of motherfucking animals that they cover in this 2 hours. Pigs, egg-laying hens, turkeys, broiler chickens, ducks, cows, sheep, goats, fish, rabbits, minks, foxes, dogs, which stress me the fuck out, horses, camels, mice, exotic animals, seals, dolphins.
I didn't get to most of that.
Dog. So it is like they use drones and like, I don't know, these motherfuckers is better than TMZ because they got some undercover niggas that was working at a lot of these farms and these slaughterhouses where a lot of these animals are born and breeded, and they got the real deal. Like that other documentary that I watched on Netflix that was kind of similar, where it was trying to get people not to eat meat. I forgot what it's
Cowspiracy.
I think it might have been. And it was like going in depth and like trying to show stuff on how like a lot of times these things, they say that they're treating the animals a certain kind of way, like, oh, they're free range and they're X, Y, and Z, and like whole time it's not. This is that on steroids. Anyone you can think of, it's like it was made by PETA and was like, here, watch these niggas and see if you eat meat. Because it was times, and I feel like I've always said this, I can watch gory stuff, like I can watch Soul, I can watch the little pimple popper show on fucking A&E. Like, even though the fucking toe bro stresses me the fuck out, I can't watch that. But for the most part, gory stuff doesn't bother me. But nigga, this joint had me squeamish. Like, I started at work. If any of my coworkers are listening, like, hey, boo, hey. But I started at work, but then I had to jump on a conference call. So I had to stop probably like 30 minutes in. Came home to watch the remainder of it. And I was like, I had to tell my kids, like, get the fuck out, go play. Like, y'all niggas don't need to be in here seeing fucking lamb chops and Barney getting fucking killed.
I cannot.
So I'm just like, y'all need to go play and get the fuck out the living room. So I watched the rest in the house. And I had to, that's one of the reasons why I'm tipsy now. Like, I literally had to drink my way through this documentary because not only was it graphic, like, it was just fucking wrong. The way they were treating these fucking animals, like, the only ones that I really didn't give no fucks about and it really didn't bother me were like the fish and the mice. I'm just like, okay, get over it. But I was like, I'm sorry, Peter. Hey, that was Shay. No, just like,
you bitch.
But look, it was just certain ones that just hurt my soul. First of all, I'm a big dog person, so the whole section about dogs, I was like, I feel like I chucked my whole drink during that like little 5-minute or 10-minute segment. I was just like, ooh, not the puppies. What are you doing? But like, even the shit about the cows, my nigga.
I didn't get
to that part.
No.
So where did you stop off at? Because I know you said didn't get to the whole thing. Like,
so
where did you stop off at?
I had a meeting because I was watching that at work as well. So I stopped at 36 minutes in, and
so that's like the chickens. You stopped at the chickens?
Yeah, it was at the chicken part.
Oh, bitch, it gets so much worse than that. And I thought that shit was bad, bitch. Because when that nigga was fucking punching the turkeys.
So, listen, even if I like fake watch this joint, I'm really only going to hear it, because most of the time when they started like putting the little small cute little chickens in that
And
fucking
the
grinder
fucking
thing,
bitch, when them
bitch,
fucking little chicklets was and they was grinding that shit up.
no.
Dog.
Or when
I
they
was
put them in the gas chamber and you saw them like
like,
chirping, and then all of a
yes.
sudden
And
they
they
were
was
just
just like,
dead.
bitch, that
No,
shit was the struggle.
absolutely not.
Or when they was showing the fucking chickens where like at the end, if they get to the age and they was like starting to slaughter them, and it was like, what happens if they don't go through like the little shock thing and they have to fucking like slit their neck while they're conscious and feel it?
I'm not doing
Okay, so look, it gets even fucking worse.
Who has time?
The fucking cows.
No.
Nigga, it was like full grown puppies, like out dog, and they was just like talking about like how they have like a strong relationship, like when the calf is born to the mother and whoopty whoopty whoop, and then they was showing like they don't give a fuck about cows because they can't produce milk, so fuck them niggas. A couple of them they keep for like the little veal cutlets and shit, but the rest of them niggas is getting slaughtered. But in the meantime, they just had these niggas out here like whatever. Another fucking joint. Nigga, the sheep, because them niggas was yelling, and it fucking the sheep and the goats. It sounded like them niggas was humans when they was yelling.
No.
Like, and they so inhumane when they was showing like the little footage in the fucking slaughterhouses. They would have other sheep waiting in line while one of they niggas was getting murked. So these niggas is like, they intelligent to know, like, nigga, I'm next. And this shit, like, they had motherfuckers trying to escape out this shit, like, jumping over, like,
The
fuck
pigs
that,
were trying to as well.
dog. But imagine that, and it's like a fucking goat or a big ass fucking horse. Oh, bitch, the camels? Oh, look.
I just don't know. I feel like what I saw was enough. Like,
I just feel like, and like at the end they kind of wrap it up, which they did a really, really good job, whoever the makers of this was, like how they kind of tied it all in. They didn't just like the end, niggas, y'all niggas be killing, change it. Like they actually fucking tried to tie it up, and they was like, they're not blaming consumers because the way it's packaged to us and it's so neat, and they're just promising the world like, oh, it's free range, and free range means this, and like, oh, it's no cruelty, like blah blah blah, and it's so far removed from the actual animal and like the shit that they go through to get into that package. They're just like, they're not really blaming the consumers, but they want to open your eyes to be like, everything that's on that label or what a person that's selling it is promising you isn't necessarily true. They was even talking about eggs. They was like, you could be buying organic, free range, quote unquote, free range eggs, and like out of the maybe 12 eggs that you get, 5 of them shits is from regular ass fucking chickens that's cooped up in the coop that's getting mistreated, and they in the quote unquote free range. But they was saying like even some of the free range shit, it's like, all right, they ain't on lockdown 23 hours a day. They only lock down 16 hours a day.
right.
So it's like, yeah, they ain't being as abused as this nigga, but they still getting abused. So it's like, it's a lesser of two evils. So it really tugged at a bitch's heartstrings, and I ain't got too many left. The only motherfuckers that can tug at my heartstrings is my goddamn children. And these motherfuckers was pushing my children out the way like, bitch, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? Because the bitch, they sound just like Meek in that motherfucker. Like, I encourage any fucking body to watch it. I don't care if you're trying to be vegan or not. It is really eye-opening. But I can't be vegan because one thing I cannot is I can't give up cheese. Fuck that. I can give up meat, but y'all cows gonna get milked a little bit more because I'm doing my hand like I'm milking a cow. I wish you could see me. But bitch, bitch, I need a little bit of cheese on that motherfucking veggie cutlet. Like I need so I feel like at a minimum I can fucking cut back on this meat after seeing that documentary, and honestly and truly, because I think it was bad. It was bad. And the fact that you watched the part that you watched and it was still rough. I think you should watch
I didn't even think you would be able to get through the 15 minutes. So there's another documentary, because this one was based in Australia, but there's another one called Earthlings.
Earthlings. Okay, I'm gonna watch that one.
And that one is
tomorrow.
US based, and that's also on YouTube. And that one, it took me a year to watch that whole thing.
Okay, I'm gonna watch that tomorrow.
No, I think Dominion is worse. actually, though. So if
For
you were able to get through
Dominion is
Dominion,
graphic. Like, but
yeah.
I'm telling you, when I got home, like literally, that's why I'm tipsy now. Like, I literally had to drink my way through it because it was times where I even turned my head, like I was watching, but I was like,
So
like yikes.
I am squeamish. Like, I don't like gory movies. I like scary
Oh,
movies that are more like psychological thrillers or some just
mm.
absolutely fake shit that's not going to happen. But like, I don't like Saw. I don't like Hostel. I don't like
So
blood and
I can
guts.
do that. I might be like,
No,
ooh, but I can't do so scary movies. I can't do spirits because I
I can
believe in
do
that shit.
those. I
No,
believe in
no, no,
them
no,
too, but I can do
no,
it.
no, 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 Father, no, I can't. I
What I
can't.
can't do is like they were showing the fucking dead. Like, I can't do just looking at dead
Dog,
animals
they not only just
and
looking at
they
them, they were showing them
blood.
dying.
Yeah, I could not.
Like literally, they were showing their heads being slit
Yes.
off with a fucking sharp knife. They were showing them being in gas chambers. And I'm not trying to scare any listeners away from watching it because I feel like if you're on the cusp of like, should I be vegan or should I be vegetarian, or like I know meat isn't good for me, watch this and I promise you it's gonna kick your ass over the edge because I am a full blown meat lover. Pause, but
Ain't no
not
pause,
pause.
bitch. I knew you was gonna say pause.
And like I was saying, pause, but not pause. And it's about to be cookout season. If y'all niggas think I'm giving up burnt hot dogs, you can, what you say, smoke a dick. I'm going with Shay on smoking a penis because look, but I definitely cut back on the fucking meat. Not that my one little movement is going to change their money or their
It
processes, but
does make a difference. If you know, there are some crazy psycho vegans out here, but it does if you just cut back a little bit.
I'm definitely gonna cut back. And not that I like be pause meat crazy, like, oh, pork chops tonight, steaks tonight, chicken tonight. Like, I definitely be heavy on some carbs in this bitch with some fucking pasta on your ass, even though I need to cut back. But I definitely think I could like kick back. And the joint was out. I opened it because I'm like, if you read like the little joints, like when it goes to like the other animals and you're still early, so it talks about like the different, like when it's like bringing up the different animals. So it's just like ducks, turkeys, chickens. Like it'll show like some stats from different states,
Yeah, of
and I
how
guess like
many
yeah, per like country or
per
whatever. Like,
country.
bruh.
Jesus.
Ugh. The crazy thing is Australia was number one for most of them shits.
And New Zealand was the least for all of them.
We need to move then because US was right in the
Like
top
number
three
two
for
or
most of them
three.
shits.
Yeah.
Right. But it was like, it made me think, like, you know how since we was kids, they would joke about like, oh, that motherfucking, that egg foo young or that motherfucking shrimp and broccoli ain't nothing but cat meat or that's
Mm-hmm.
dog. Bro, when they was naming some of them animals and like they was showing how like some random parts of the chicken or like low grade this, that, and the third, or like if this animal died, they would just grind it up and put it in this. Like, I'm just thinking about fucking Chinese food that I done got where like it might say it's chicken and the consistency is like, this some fucking tough ass chicken, but all right, this sauce is hitting. It made me think like, what the fuck am I eating, my G?
Not even just that, but like chicken patties,
Or
for them
dog for
little
my kids,
frozen
nuggets.
dinners. Yeah.
But nuggets, my kids are going to turn into nuggets. And the fact that like you don't know what part of the chicken you get. You might get a chicken that was on that floor dead for a good 3 days and they ground that bitch up and pureed it and put it in a fucking nugget. And we don't know.
So for the listeners, when I was in California, it was easy for me to have a vegan diet because I lived in the middle of nowhere and there was nowhere to fucking eat as far as restaurants. And I love going out to eat. So it was hella easy. But as soon as I got back on the East Coast, I was like, bitch, we in here. Like,
in it, bitch, chicken
like,
wings. What you doing?
I actually started lunching. Like, I hadn't eaten pork in forever, but I even had like a bacon phase. So I was like, bitch, bacon is everything. Like, what have I been doing my whole life? But for the last couple of months, I have been saying mentally that I want to go back to being vegan, but then it's been like, ooh, chicken, love it, yikes, on some nigga shit. So
chicken and fucking cheese is my downfall.
For me, it's chicken wing, specifically chicken wings and seafood. Like, I love.
Ooh, seafood, chicken, seafood, and cheese is gonna get me the fuck up out of there every time when it comes to vegan.
Yeah. But so I was just like, I need to watch some documentaries to try to kick me back in there. Mm-hmm. And like,
like clockwork.
Someone was saying that, like, you know, if you're doing it for health reasons, it's easy for you to fall back into eating meat because most of us know what we need to do to have good health. Like, we kind of know for the most part, like, you
Right.
shouldn't be wilding with eating, you should be exercising. And if the documentaries that have been health based haven't really kept you on the straight and narrow,
Let me
then
show you about the humanity part of it.
right. So he was encouraging me to watch, you know, more of the animal side. And so, like, I had tried to watch Earthlings and it took me a while to get through it because I'm very squeamish. So I'm going to try to finish Dominion.
Yeah, do it. I'm gonna watch Earthlings tomorrow.
It is going to be tough because I just am not, I don't like seeing stuff like that. And then I was listening to it with my headphones on, so like the screams were like
Was
right
really
in my
loud,
ear.
bitch. Yes.
And
When I
I
was at
just,
work, I was like, "Ooh, them fucking chicklets, and
and
they making them." Ooh.
yeah, and I had just eaten, I had like just eaten
Oh,
lunch.
bitch. So that's even worse,
And
bruh.
somebody had made red beans and rice for me and they had like meat in there and
Nah,
I felt
you
like I
was
had
thinking
to
about
throw up,
chicklets.
like it. And when I came home I was like, I'm not eating no meat, like for real. Like I came home and I was just
Oh,
like,
it affected you like that, like immediate. Like I'm not trying to eat no meat.
but I think it's for me because I already was there mentally, like I
Right.
don't want to
That's
eat
the
meat
only push that
anymore.
you fucking needed.
And it was just like I can't even imagine me eating, like, and this is just me because like I said I'm already in that mindset, but
Almost there.
I can't even see myself being able to eat meat anytime soon without thinking about just the
Yeah, cause I
noises.
can. Yeah, that shit was the fuck terrible. Like, and it. And I'm not trying to deter anybody from listening, but like the bigger the animal, the noises got worse.
Yeah.
That's just all I'm gonna say. But I just did want to say this though. The type of nigga that you have to be to work in these
Yes,
places.
I was thinking
And I
about
get it.
that.
I know in certain places like farms and like rural areas, like it's no fucking government contractor or a TJ Maxx or a McDonald's that you can work at. But my nigga, the niggas that take these jobs and just seeing the behind the scenes fucking footage where these niggas was squaring up with animals. Like niggas was punching turkeys. They was squaring up with horses.
I
They
didn't
was
see that.
slapping the shit out of like fucking sheep and shit because these animals, I think that all their animals are dumb and they don't know, but they hear the noises, they see the blood, they know they're going to their fucking slaughter.
Right. They're trying
So
to get
the
the
fact,
fuck.
right? So the fact that you think that they're going to stand in a nice even line and walk smooth, like, oh, I'm next, boss. All right, what we doing in here? Like, no, my nigga. Like they're scared. They don't know what the fuck. They've already probably been mistreated their whole fucking life. So like, yes, they're like wilding out, and these niggas is like stealing them, hitting them with shit, cracking them in their head, using fucking stun guns that ain't even fucking working all the way, taking bullet fucking guns, taking rifles, all type of shit. They was like, it was crazy. And the type of nigga that works there, and literally I only seen two females the whole documentary, and one looked like it was a kid and maybe like it was a family business because it was like the little girl, I don't know if you
Who
got to
was
the point, but she,
tossing the
yeah,
chick?
the chicken,
Yeah.
yeah, seen her. And then it was like another one, I don't remember which animal, but it like she maybe was like a teenager and she was helping with some shit. The rest were men. The whole documentary, I think I seen one black male. The rest were all white. And the way they were treating these animals looked like they were auditioning to be a serial killer. It would not fucking surprise me if a lot of these people are locked up for attempted murder, because the way, if you see the way these motherfuckers was handling, it's like they enjoy hurting people. They enjoy slitting the throats and seeing the blood gush down. They was laughing, oh, this dumb motherfucker here, yeah, you listen to what the fuck I'm saying now. Like, y'all fucking serial killers. Like, I could not get a fucking job there. And anybody that I knew that could work in a place like that and you go there every day and that's your job, I'm just like, it gotta be a better way. I can't.
Like I said, I only got 35-40 minutes into it, but there was one scene where like after he cut the head of a pig off, he was like playing with the head as it was
Yes,
dangling.
I seen
I was
that.
like,
I was like, yo,
what are we doing?
and he's gonna be a serial killer in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Like,
I just, I don't
you
know.
gotta be a sick mind. Like, I get it. Like, not saying that, well, we are better than them, I guess, because like it's packaged differently. So not saying like, oh, well, y'all motherfuckers eat the meat. Y'all niggas post. Y'all niggas like cooking up steaks and eating chicken patties and shit. So like y'all ain't no better because y'all, okay, I get it. But like I feel like because it's all cute in the package, like, and we so far removed, it's easy for us to just like, well, nigga, this a piece of meat. Like, fry this shit up and put some sauce on it. Like, we good. But like to see the fucking documentary and the bad like condition that these animals in, the way these fucking humans are treated, like I feel like it should be a way to produce meat without so much trauma and like I don't know, like to the animals. Like they kind of went over it towards the end on like in a perfect world, like why can't we do X, Y, and Z? But like I just feel like why can't it be the deaths be more humane? It's like they put out these banners that oh it's humane and we're doing this, that, and the third, but they're not because that shit costs more money. It takes more time. And what the fuck do we know across the world? Fucking time is money. So like the easier and the cheaper that I can kill this motherfucker, the bigger my profit is. So, yeah, I suggest everyone watches. It's going to be parts where it's like squeamish, but it's definitely a good watch. It's like made really well, and it makes you think, regardless of what your stance on.
Well, I'm done with the meat that comes in the grocery store. I'll just keep the meat that comes from my husband.
Ooh,
so there's that.
Well, the jury's still out on Dice. I guess because we need to move on because we was on shows for a while. I don't want to get in trouble. So, with T, you got anything?
Hazel E from Love and Hip Hop, one of them things.
This bitch
is a horrible rapper, and she should never ever rap again. She is trying to say that the City Girls and their song Act Up is a ripoff from a song from her that nobody heard until the Shade Room posted it. And when I listen to it, I don't even really see.
You can't see the correlation.
No, I mean, like, I feel like a lot of rap in general sounds the same, but
right,
that's
facts.
not just City Girls, that's just everybody. But when I'm listening to those two songs, there's like maybe one portion where the cadence is kind of similar,
but they're not doing the same fucking thing or taking any lyrics from her.
And nobody knows who Hazel E is unless they watch Love and Hip Hop, and even if they do, because she hasn't been on there, nobody cares.
Right.
So apparently she put out a diss record against City Girls, and it was horrible. Like, she definitely doesn't have a ghostwriter because that shit was trash.
Right.
So then the City Girl that is out of jail, because I don't know them hoes. No, I do know JT because everybody says free JT, but I don't know the other girl name that's not in jail. So, she was on social media. And then somehow Jocelyn Hernandez from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta jumped in there. And so then the girl from City Girls was like, bitch, where you at? So now they're trying to fight, but they're trying to fight on social media. And I just feel like they're celebrities, or some of them are kind of, because Hazel E, I don't feel like she is. But I just know that they know somebody that has their personal phone number.
Right. Like, we can't do this somewhere else.
So
we can't like meet up.
Y'all was really trying to square up, like y'all would be hitting each other on y'all line, like private lines
or DMs or something. Like, it's ways that y'all can like fucking connect.
Yeah, y'all are doing this for a show, and honestly, it's Hazel E and Jocelyn Hernandez, guys.
Like, I think Mona is orchestrating this all.
But no, because neither one of those girls are even on their show.
They were on the same season. And they wasn't on the same season. So even if you're trying to set this up for next season, they was on two totally different seasons.
They're not even on the show, though. Jocelyn hasn't been on Love and Hip.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe Mona is setting this up for, like, next season. Like, okay, we can bring
they're going to bring them back?
Yeah. And maybe they're, like, recording it, like, filming now with everything that's going on.
Let's just
not. Let's just not. Like, I'm good with both of them.
Let's just not.
Let's just not.
So I saw that.
I will be okay with that.
And here's the thing, because I'm on this new shit. Like, I used to live for this kind of
new shit. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's Chris Brown. I was making sure that wasn't that other.
It wasn't Trey Songz.
Yes. Who was in the news this past week too, and I was like, "Oh, this is a lot."
I promise I wasn't gonna bring that up. I wasn't gonna bring it up.
But y'all brought it up in that group chat. It was like
group chat and podcast are two different things. Okay. Anything anything is free range in the fucking group chat.
I almost removed myself from that group chat because
I already knew you was gonna ring. I like, bitch. You said, bitch, are we really about to do this? Like with all these fucking posts about Trey Songz?
because when I looked at my phone, it was like 40 something text messages. So I was like, "Ooh, that means it's some tea." I went on there and y'all niggas was talking about Trey Songz. I was like, first of all,
what the fuck you won't do?
y'all love me, so why are we talking about the guy that literally makes my ass itch? Like, what are we doing? I feel like this is an attack on me, and I haven't done anything to anyone in this group chat. Like 40 text messages just about Trey Songz and his baby mama, who's probably a stripper or like, a porn star, because that's what the rappers are doing these days.
Right, that's what's hot right now.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know what else is going on in the news because that's what I happened to see as I was scrolling through the Shade Room. But the Shade Room is a hot ass mess, so I kind of avoid the Shade Room if I can.
Let's see. So the only little tea that I got was Jason Mitchell, the guy from The Shy.
I don't watch that. So
did you watch Shout Out Compton?
Yeah, I know who he is. Easy. He played Easy.
Oh, yeah. So he was apparently fired over an allegation of some type of sexual harassment allegation. That was an Offset incident that happened a couple years ago. But this nigga lost everything, my G. He got kicked off of The Shy. It was some Netflix deal or Netflix movie that he was about to be like the lead actor in. Lost that shit. His fucking, whoever his management or talent representation agency was, they dropped that nigga. I was like, woo, this must be some serious shit, which they haven't released the details on exactly what he supposedly did. Or they just kind of said that it was a couple years ago and maybe like it just came out or
he sexually harassed the girl who plays his girlfriend on the show. So,
but they said it was Offset, like it was something separate, like so.
But she complained multiple times about it and actually asked to be written off the show because obviously it was that bad.
It was that bad.
So much so because her boyfriend plays a character on Dear White People. He would come up to the set of The Shy while she was filming with the dude. So that's what I read anyway.
Oh, bitch. I didn't know all of that because they kept saying it was like alleged Offset incident. So I'm thinking it's nothing that happened like on set, but it was with one of his co-workers.
I also heard it was with more than one female, let me not say female, woman on the show. So
woo, shit.
That's what I heard.
Well, they got that nigga the fuck up out of here early. So
I'm calling out our friend Duncan once again.
What Duncan do?
Because he went on Twitter today to say,
I missed it.
Damn, Jason Mitchell, you got caught up in the hashtag Me Too movement too. You know better than that, or da da da. And it was like not one of his
posts.
Yeah, not one of his posts was like, sorry, shorty had to be sexually harassed at work.
It was like, damn, my man, I hate that you got caught.
Yeah, mad that you got caught up in the movement. And so, Duncan, like, I thought
because we know you listening, because I never want supporters, so we know you listening.
I just, I have hope for Duncan. I really do, because I feel like he likes to listen and get different perspectives.
And he changes.
And he does. Once, I just need Duncan, because sometimes I'll be like, yes, an ally, and then I see tweets like that, and I'm just like, oh, these niggas.
These niggas. Lump them back in with the rest of the niggas.
I do. So I'm saying this with love, Duncan. Like, come on, my G.
You gotta chill.
What's going on? He played Eazy-E, but relax. He's not the real Eazy-E. Okay? Relax.
I live in legend. Okay. One last thing, because I don't want to stay on tea too long.
Bang, bang.
So apparently the transgender people, is that politically correct? Transgender people?
I don't know, but let's just roll with it.
Apparently they're upset about the
No, we're not going to do this. No, we're not. Listen, I'm about to pee on my soda.
No. I didn't even get my sentence out.
No, Because when
What
y'all
you
posted
mean?
this in the group chat, I didn't fucking respond because
Wait a minute, it was posted in the group chat?
yes,
This
about them being upset about the motherfucking girl boy fucking Snapchat
No, I
filters.
didn't see that. I missed that for real. Like I literally. Oh, I gotta go back.
Yeah,
Like, cause I'm not bringing it up because of the group chat. Like I actually saw that and passed. I was like, oh shit.
but it was only briefly talked about. I think somebody's just put like SMH and then we kind of skipped over it. And
No, it wasn't the article. It was the pictures that I put in there.
no, I'm.
It
Girl,
wasn't that time that I had posted the pictures in
no, girl, I can go and let me.
there. Okay, well all right. Look,
Listen to what I'm telling you. What I'm not going
okay,
to do. We're not doing this. Okay.
okay, all right. We don't put our group chat out there, but like what we do.
Yeah. So Duncan actually is the one that posted the article and it says, if y'all playing with that filter, stop. And actually nobody said anything else about it. Like we just browsed through it. And let me tell you,
I missed that.
I'm not doing it. And I feel like I'm an ally, but I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm really not.
I'm about to be.
It's a fucking filter. You like everybody is sensitive as fuck. Y'all are upset because
and I wish I never met her.
I am.
I
use that motherfucking filter. Okay, first of all, the woman filter makes me look like Tamar Braxton, and the man filter makes me look like Bill Cosby when he was younger. And it doesn't have anything to do.
Who the female joint made me look like?
Who?
Trina.
Oh yes. Yes,
I was looking like a whole ass Trina Braxton.
And then like you said your man one makes you look like a pedophile.
No. Tell
like
me that shit don't look like Uncle Dice.
Uncle Dice. Shut the fuck. Listen, I'm not doing this. I want to just go to Good, Bad, and Release because I'm releasing that. We're not doing
that.
Okay. Like I'm just not. No.
All right, we skipping that. So we done with T. We're moving on to the next topic.
I can't believe I'm about to get canceled because of that. But
you're not about to get canceled. I can't stop laughing. All right, Good, Bad, Release. What we doing?
I'm releasing that.
All right, I'm releasing with you. Let me stop laughing.
I can't. You.
What I do?
I'm just so upset about that. Like, damn, we can't do nothing.
No, everybody angry. Nobody angry.
Was even looking at that like, oh, like look, that. I'm trans now. Like, it just literally was. No, like, I didn't.
It was like, oh shit, look at my little mustache, my little fucking 5 o'clock shadow.
The only thing I saw was niggas singing those male, female songs, and they could do it and be funny. And it's like somebody just came and just said,
it was like, you making fun of us. And we like all right,
what?
The party done.
Oh my gosh! Like, did Snapchat take the filter down?
I don't know. I'm gonna check though. I should check and see.
They probably did.
They probably say, all right, niggas.
Like, remember the motherfucking filter where the rainbow used to come out your mouth? Pause.
Yeah, they don't have that no more.
Yeah, because somebody's probably mad because the rainbow is
got
theirs.
A whole ass t-shirt, like where it's like emoji and a rainbow coming out the mouth.
Nope, she probably can't have that no more.
Guess what? If she can fit it, she can wear it tomorrow. Like, tell them your mama sent you.
Chatty Patty.
I'm like, I told you. Motherfucking told you.
You guys, we gotta have a talk. We
gotta focus on more important things.
We have to have a talk about what is offensive and what is not.
Because everything.
That just
too much.
Ain't it. It's not like it's a fucking Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce Jenner fucking
before and after Snapchat joint.
Like, come on, suck my dick.
All right.
Damn.
I thought you said suck my dick.
Ooh. Good, bad, and release, bitch. I'm pouring wine. Because, bitch, you had too much to drink. And apparently I am too sober.
It sounded like that's what you said.
No.
All right,
ma'am.
Good, bad, release.
Who's going first?
No. All right, I'll go.
Yes, you need to. You're done. I'm sipping my wine.
All right, Good, bad, and release. I released the other shit. Like, I'm trying to get my life together. The good is that. Oh, you're not supposed to end on the bad. So bad. Last week, because I probably would have mentioned it in the first episode 37, but since we're on the second, So my son was super fucking sick last week. He had some old school fucking virus called croup.
Oh yeah.
But apparently, like, this shit is like a lot of kids have been having it lately, even though like it's something that's not, it has been gone for a while. It's like really popping in the past probably like 4 months or so, because after I posted about him being having that, like so many people either commented
I
on my
saw.
post or DM me and was like, yo, like my kid had the same shit, or like my kid had to go to the emergency room, blah blah. And it's super crazy because like when I had my daughter, like I pretty much was like one of them new moms who was like on the mommy blogs and trying to learn everything she could learn. I had never fucking come across croup. But apparently this shit, you catch it just like a cold. It's a virus. But what it does is it attacks like your respiratory system. So it like makes your voice box swell. It makes your throat swell. So my son literally could not talk. He tries to cough. The cough would not come out. He would not fucking eat. Like he lost some weight. Like when I took him back to daycare this week, they was like, did he lose some weight? I'm like, yes. This nigga was not eating. Like he barely wanted to fucking drink. So which means he got dehydrated and fucking constipated, which he hates. But I say all that to say that with a little bit of steroids from his doctor and a humidifier, he is doing well now.
Little Saint.
Lord Saint pulling through. Not to be confused with Psalm West, but or Saint West.
We're releasing
But
Kanye.
look, releasing Kanye. But he's feeling better. He has not gotten rid of the cough yet, but it'll eventually go. So that's a good thing. Like he literally was sick all last week. Like all last week. So and the shit is contagious. And one day I woke up with a scratchy throat and I just was like, oh my God, Lord,
Hell
take me
no.
now. I thought I was about to fucking lose my voice and be feeling like him. And it was, the house was going to be in shambles. But I didn't catch it. So thank you. Hallelujah. But the good is that, oh yes, we have a holiday weekend coming up, bitch. So I am looking forward to, even though watching Dominion, I will probably be eating some animal carcasses cooked and barbecued or something like that. But no, I'm just happy that it's going to be a holiday week and get a couple of days off of work. And
Come on, Jesus.
Yeah, won't he do it? But I don't have nothing to release. I guess like whatever the fuck you had released 10 minutes ago, I'm releasing that shit too.
Yeah, I think I'll try to stay pretty like neutral, but I'm releasing y'all extra sensitivity because like damn, we can't even have filters out this bitch. So crucify Shay. I said it. The bad. So I just want to let everyone know, like the rest of my little segment is about to be hella TMI.
Oh, I'm used to it.
Like a the shade.
But I love you. But I love you.
Bitch, you're not allowed to get drunk no more.
Oh, okay. Sober podcast only. Sorry, listeners. One and done. One night only.
I'm so sick of you. I have a ringworm on my back. So,
bitch, how?
Thank you.
That's what kids get at the playground.
That's what I told my doctor today. I was like, first of all, I feel like just physically I'm too big for a ringworm. Like, bitch, I'm big.
You have to be like wallowing in dirt like pigs. Like,
what
how
are
did
we
you
doing?
Get back?
I was like, and then how did I get one on my back? Because like I just wear a shirt and all of my clothes are clean and my bras are clean. And then I just lay on my bed and I wash my sheets every week. So
how does this happen?
I just don't understand. And then I just asked my doctor to prescribe me some medicine so I could just take care of it. This bitch wants me to come into the doctor's office tomorrow so they can tell me that it's a ringworm, and I know that it's a ringworm.
Even though,
so I can get the medicine that I want. And it's just like, so now I have to take off more time, and I already had to
probably pay a fucking copay when you go there.
And I already had to take off tomorrow anyway because Amara is going in for her first pap smear, which I'm going to have to take a shot for. Oh, Jesus.
Please take a shot, Jesus.
So I'll be drunk at like noon because her appointment is kind of early. Yeah, it's just like I did not plan on going to the doctor. It's like I know it's a ringworm. Like,
wait a minute, you got a long ass day tomorrow, so you got to deal with that. You got to deal with the ringworm and what we talked about before and what you got to do.
So
you got a lot going on.
Yeah. So that is kind of the bad because I feel like I'm way too grown to be getting a ringworm, and not even just so. It's it's, starting to become spring. So I have like 2 bumps that I thought were mosquito bumps. And now I'm so paranoid I won't scratch them because I'm like, I don't know if this is a fucking mosquito bite or a ringworm.
And you don't want to spread and all that
Exactly.
shit.
So I was just gonna be like, give me the little cream, but now I'm gonna be like, bitch, give me the pill. So whatever,
like clear this the fuck about. So
out of my whole body.
Right.
But so then I'm like, I don't know. The only thing I can think of as far as where I could have got a ringworm from is from my pets. But my dogs don't go outside other than when I take them outside, to use
and do
the
they be on your
bathroom.
naked back though?
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they don't be on my back. And then I was looking at them today, and when dogs get ringworms, they lose hair in the area that they get the ringworm, according to Google. And none of my dogs have any patches. So I don't know.
Confusing.
I'm annoyed because I'm like, and I clean my house on the reg, even through my depression. So, whatever. So that's the bad. Also, I definitely had like a breakdown this weekend. Like, for real. I for real had a breakdown. And it was over something really, like, really stupid. So I gotta figure out some things to
some balance.
I'm taking a break from school, just 5 weeks. I'm taking like a 5-week little break from school.
Maybe that'll release some of the stress and kind of help things.
Yeah, I just need a break from school right now. I'm going to go back to taking pictures because I have my little camera. And I used to take pictures, but then I kind of stopped. So I'm going to go back to doing that.
Like a little happy place.
I'm going to read some books because I used to be able to read a book in a day. Like, yeah. Try to get back to that. Like, I just need to just figure it out because the shit that I had this little breakdown for, it wasn't that serious. And when I say, like, I almost got in a car accident because I was in a car when it happened, and I definitely almost got in a car accident. It would have been all the way my fault, and I probably would have killed me and my daughter. Then I was crying uncontrollably and driving at the same time. So, and my daughter was in the car, so she started crying because she was so fucking scared. Then I came home and I was like shaking. And I couldn't stop shaking because I was just so undone. And it just wasn't that deep. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, it wasn't that deep. But I'm just not really good with stress. Like, I just am not good with stress. So,
Shay.
that was the bad. And so that's the bad. And I'm trying to release that. The good. Yes. So TMI, dudes, you probably should just cancel this right now. Like, just, we're about to end. So, goodbye. So. I started my period on Sunday, and shout out to my period because it was supposed to come this weekend, and my husband is gone, but I didn't want to be on my period over the holiday weekend because the bitch be having cramps, and I want to enjoy my weekend. So I was so glad that it came on Sunday because that means it's wrapping up.
Right.
But, I use a menstrual cup. I don't use tampons and pads because my period is like, bitch, what are those? Laugh at you, and then whatever. So I have used 2 or 3 different brands of cups, and I like what the cups do, like the idea, but I would still honestly get leaks. And it's just like, I don't have a wide set vagina, so I don't understand like
why is this happening?
What's going on? So I didn't realize that the cup you use is dependent upon your cervix position. And because I don't finger myself, I only use toys. TMI. I don't know if I have a low or a high cervix. I just don't know, and I'm not about to dig down there to find out.
I want to say, even if you finger yourself, do you really go that deep?
If you look at the menstrual cup boards, people talk about they know people know their vagina a lot more than I know.
I do, apparently. Look,
yeah, I don't know anything about that. So I took a menstrual cup quiz, and it suggested that I get the Diva cup, and the Diva cup is like the menstrual cup. And I remember some years back when I first got the cup, I wouldn't get Diva cup because I'm a cheap ass bitch, and the Diva cup
expensive.
Was more expensive than the other ones. So I purposely didn't get the Diva cup because I was like, I don't want to pay $50 for that. When now I look at it and I'm kind of like, honestly,
You could have saved money in the
you
long
save
run.
money because you're not buying tampons every month, whatever. So
Right.
I got the Diva Cup last month, but it was after my period had went
Mm-hmm.
off. So I was like, I'll use the Diva Cup this month.
Mm-hmm.
And a bitch didn't have one leak. I didn't wear a panty shield at all. Like, when my last 2 cups, I would have to use panty shield still.
Mm-hmm.
But
And not this one. He
this
was in this bitch.
this Diva Cup is life, y'all. So that's a good for me. And y'all probably like, bitch, really? But yes, win for me. I like the Diva Cup, and I'm just really excited because I have ugly underwear for my period, and now I can wear my pretty underwear all the time.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Listener, look. We trying to wrap up this segment so
I'm done.
bad.
I'm done.
Because we got the time police. So look, we appreciate you guys for tuning in every week.
Get a Diva
As
Cup.
if you're female. And then I ask you guys to
Woman
go ahead.
can't say female.
Fee fucking
They're
male.
mad about filters.
Filter these. Look.
Edit.
Are we becoming that podcast that we have to filter ourselves?
Yes.
Anyway, no. Thanks for tuning in. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the Chatty Patties. Go ahead and go on our Instagram where you can see our little link tree. It has our website where you can see embedded episodes. You can see our bio, all that cute stuff. If you got any questions, want us to address it, whatever, give us our little feedback. If you don't want to DM us, you can email us at the Chatty Patties at yahoo.com. Yeah. So we thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll chat with you guys next week.
Bye, niggas.
Bye.